There were 1.3 million cosmetic procedures done on men. 1.3 million performed in 2018. And we're talking about liposuction, maybe a little chiseling here or there. Guys want to look good too. And if they can't get there on their own, well, then there are people out there that can help them get to that. And that might be a good gift. You know, you don't hand somebody a gift certificate and say, man, you look horrible. Here, go get some work done. No. I'm saying that there may be an opportunity for you here before tomorrow to get something like this accomplished for your guy. Plastic surgery is being embraced by men all over. They're daddy do-overs. And guys just want to look fit, trim, and younger, just like women. Dr. Rawn Bosley is a dermatologist. He knows all about this because he's part of the profession that helps guys get where they want to go. In fact, and this is the most important thing, board-certified dermatologist. And Dr. Bosley is seeing a number of male patients looking for Botox, injectable fillers, things like that. And he joins us right now on the AcuteHearings.com hotline. And, Doctor, how are you on this Saturday? And thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me. I'm feeling pretty good.
Well, good. And you're making guys look pretty good. That's got to make you feel pretty good, too, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It's very rewarding. You know, men increasingly are becoming more aware of self and self-appearance, and also becoming more aware of what can be done to help improve some of the challenges that we may face.
Well, sure, and men face the same challenges as women, maybe not so much in the circles of society or circles of after hours, but certainly at work. You're in there with 20 and 30-somethings, and let's just say you're a 40 or 50-something. You want to make sure that you don't look like the old guy at the office anymore, and that's what some of this stuff is that we're talking about.
Exactly. I have quite a few patients, male patients, coming in just looking for a refresher, looking for something to keep some of the signs of masculinity, some of the aspects of the look that give us our personality, but aging handsomely, aging gracefully is what a lot of men are looking for these days.
Sure, and Botox is one of those things. Women use Botox too. Doesn't mean man or woman. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I was on local television in this town of 45 years, and I have these really deep laugh lines, and I wanted to get those somehow, some way addressed, and so I got a little filler in there, a little make me look younger stuff. I forget. I think it was called Juvederm, I think is what it was called. But my point being is I wanted to look like, I tried to look like when I was 30 years old, and I don't think I'm atypical there, and I don't think Botox is atypical anymore for men. How prevalent are Botox injections now for guys?
Very prevalent. I would say, if you're looking 5 years ago, maybe 1 out of every 20 patients were males seeking Botox, and now it's maybe 1 out of every 5, 1 out of every 8. I mean, it's becoming more popular. And you exactly described what men are looking for. They're kind of looking to soften some of these changes that are happening, soften some of the laugh lines, soften some of the wrinkles, instead of completely eliminating. Because as a man, it's expected for a man to have some sign of aging, but oftentimes Botox is used at varying doses to soften the appearance and to give that youthful look that we've had in decades prior.
And Botox, correct me if I'm wrong, Doc, it's not expensive. You'll have to do it. You have to stay on top of it. It's not like you get it once and that's it for the rest of your life. You'll have to get into a program where you get an update every 3 or 4 months, but it's not overwhelmingly expensive, is it?
Correct. Unlike fillers, which can last 12 to 24 months based on the type, Botox lasts around 3 months, but it's not very expensive. It's a great investment to keep your skin from aging so that you have to do less later. Men and women alike these days are seeking cosmetic procedures earlier as to prevent needing to go under the knife later in life, facelifts and other procedures that are a little bit more costly as well as more intense. So, a small dose of Botox every 3 months or enough to get the results you're looking for is a great investment if you're looking to prevent it, going under the knife for more heavier cosmetic procedures.
Other than Botox, what are men now going to see doctors like you for? What other procedures are kind of in vogue now for guys that want to look a little bit younger?
Well, men want to address wrinkles. They want to address pigment, brown spots, and age spots. So chemical peels, laser surgeries, laser procedures are very common, and also skin tightening, whether it's skin tightening on the body, if you're looking for a little body contouring to melt a little bit of the dash from it, or if you're looking to fix some of the loose skin on the face or neck. Those are other cosmetic laser procedures that I'm seeing men coming in more often for.
Yeah, and it's changed. These procedures are changed. If you were a guy back in the 80s and you wanted a nip and tuck or you wanted a face, I mean, we're talking about scalpel cut, sew, and just go away for like 2 or 3 weeks. Goodbye. But now you do have lasers, and I'm sure the downtime is nothing like it was even 20 years ago.
Absolutely. I mean, we're looking at sometimes lunchtime treatments that men and women, but men specifically, can come in and get a treatment every 3 to 4 weeks and progressively improve the appearance of the skin, rather than having a surgery where you have to hide from your family or from friends with the stigma of plastic surgery back in the day.
Yeah.
And so, downtime is down to a few hours, up to 7 days for some of the procedures, but much less than cosmetic surgery previously.
Dr. Ron Bosley's our guest. We're talking about a little daddy do-over from the body standpoint. I kind of think, Doctor, that one of the big things that men have to get by is that it's okay to do this. I think, ingrained in a lot of us is we're guys. It's okay to have these rough-hewn exteriors, and women are different because they want to look younger. And let's face it, I mean, women want to look. They've always, since time began, wanted to look younger, and I get guys aren't that way. But we talked about the pressures of the office, and we talked about how trying to stay in a position where you're not the oldest looking guy there. I think men more and more are coming to the altar on this thing, but it's still not like women. My guess is even in casual conversations with your friends or other guys, it would probably take a while to convince them that this is okay and that it's okay for a guy to do that. Am I right?
Well, I think it is changing slowly. A lot of the cosmetic companies and organizations that are marketing to men have done a great job to increase said marketing so that men can see themselves in the images of commercials or advertisements and say, well, that guy's getting it, and are more comfortable because it's out in the public, whether it's social media, digital media, other print media. They're showing men getting these procedures and showing men aging gracefully. And I think that has opened up a lot of eyes for us men that, well, we can get something done. It's not as, there's no stigma towards it as it was maybe in the 80s or 90s.
I know some plastic surgeons here in the greater Cincinnati area. They tell me male patients are more of a pain in the butt than female patients. There's a lot more hand-holding that goes on. Is that true?
Well, if you let a lot of my patients will admit to that. My female patients can tolerate discomfort a little bit more, no pain, no gain kind of attitude.
Yeah.
But a lot of that is just we're new to this, not knowing how some of these procedures go. We don't have friends who have gotten Botox or fillers for years to kind of help guide us through it. So it is a lot of education, a lot of hand-holding. But, a lot of these procedures are pain-free. A lot of precautions are made, and it's pretty easy. So it's a great gift idea for dads and husbands who are looking for a refresher.
I think so. Go buy dad a little bit. Now, look at it. You and I both know, Doc, if you're married to a woman and you hand her a gift certificate for plastic surgery, it probably isn't going to go over well, right? But if you're daughter, son, here, Dad, Pop, look at this. You're going to look at his dad did this and he looks great. You're going to look great. And the way I look at it is this way. When you get to a certain age in life, you can go to the gym, you can exercise as much as you want, you can hit the weights and all that, but you still have a lot of things hanging around like flabby skin. They're not going anywhere. It doesn't matter how hard you work out. I mean, this is just stuff that happens when you're older. So you can do a little this and a little that, and if you still go to the gym, chances are you're going to look decades younger than what you are. And who wouldn't want to spend a little money to look decades younger than what you are? I probably sound like somebody that's driving business to you, but I'm just saying, I think it's just human nature. If you got a chance to look 20 years younger, who wouldn't want that?
Exactly. I mean, if you look good, you feel good. That's the old saying, and I think it rings true with this. So small cosmetic procedures go a long way, especially as we age. And it's very well encouraged in the men population.
All right, so the first time you did a facelift in your life, you know, you're fresh out of med school and you're doing a facelift for the first time. Just admit it, you were scared to death, weren't you? I mean, if you sneezed or something like that, you ruined somebody forever, right? You were very nervous on your first one, weren't you?
Well, yeah. Obviously, these are very intense things, especially some of the parents who would hate to learn that. And I'm glad you mentioned it earlier, and that's the benefit of going to someone with training. Going to a board-certified dermatologist or board-certified plastic surgeon who has that experience will definitely make you more comfortable as a consumer or as a patient.
Well, Dr. Rawn Bosley, good luck with your practice. By the way, where do you practice out of? Are you Ohio, Indiana, Kentucky, Texas, California? Where are you?
I'm at Prism Dermatology in Southlake, Texas.
Yeah, and so you have a steady flow of customers down there, right?
Steady flow. Always building, always looking. Actually, we're having an event just for men this upcoming week to kind of educate them on what can be done on whether it's you're losing hair or you have too much or you want a little fill here or get rid of wrinkles. Right. We're having a men-specific event just for that. Yeah, everybody's got to get something they got to get done. Prism Dermatology, PRISM Dermatology, or oneword.com. Dr. Bosley, thanks for your time. We appreciate it. Thank you for having me. Have a good one.